Let me actually start the stream. I think it's started. Let me just pass a couple times. Let's go here. And here. All right, now pass once more. Shrink the screen down, shrink this down, shrink this down, shrink that down. Play my corner move and pop out my chat for YT. Pop out chat. And we're going to go to live chat because we like live chat. Live chat's much better. I always set this up before Fox because like Fox finding games is instant, but with OGS finding games is not instant, so I don't do this beforehand. I'm just gonna play the extra thing. So we have this. So I'll just go here. People have learned to play like safely. I think people who watch my games have learned to play a little bit more safely, slightly more conservatively when they're playing handicap, and they've learned how to fix a couple of mistakes, which makes it harder for me to actually do anything. And they've actually learned like just playing basic Josekis actually favors them in handicap games, because you try to like do some weird Joseki thing, like it does usually end up being your loss in a handicap game. And white can't just trade Josekis with black for the most part. So I'm basically just trading Josekis right now, and it doesn't really work that well. I could go here first, but I don't really want to. Put some pressure on there. This is a common technique for building with more. Usually you don't really connect either side. I feel like you can ignore this. I don't know if I would ignore this, but you can't ignore this. I'm just securing the corner. Most people would stick up, but at this point, I mean, if you really want to, you could ignore it. Because I can't really just kill both those stones in one swoop. Okay, that's fine as well. I do have to invade this side. The Moyo's getting a little too large for my comfort. It's kind of what I wanted. He still does get a lot of territory on the bottom, though, is the problem. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do here. I am giving him the territory down here. Which, yeah, feels bad, but I mean, what are you going to do, right? Probably should just keep extending. I think I might have wedged if I was black. Hmm. There is a specific move he can do here. That wasn't it, but there was one he could do here. Um, how far I'm going to climb? Most likely like 5 or 6 Dan. Because that's generally where my usual accounts are. I do play a little bit worse when I'm talking. So that could be a little bit of a problem. But most likely 5 or 6 Dan, most likely. He is getting slightly dangerous here, I think. I don't know if like it's really that dangerous, but he is getting slightly dangerous here. This is not a good situation for me, though, is the thing, either. That's not that's not a good move. Not really sure what the intention of that was. These are generally not great moves. Because now it's Gote for you, and you made me a lot stronger here. If I play this, these three are dead. So you have to actually connect again. And you give me this move, which is definitely not something you want to do. And I can also do this, and that basically makes me alive. It also puts some threat on this group. Problem is, I still don't have much territory right now. He's doing pretty well because he does have this territory. I can't really do much about it. It's kind of what I wanted him to do. See how he reacts to this. Okay, it's fine. I got the advantage there. That's all I really was looking for. He still has a lot of territory down here, which is not something that I like. I mean, it's not like something I can do anything about. Because like letting him have all this territory makes it a lot harder for me to win. It essentially makes me have to try to get territory down here to match. And that puts this group in danger, obviously. Like technically, like this group is kind of screwed right now, but I kind of have to depend on me outplaying at this point in order for, well, do I? Yeah, probably I do. I do have to depend a little bit me on trying to outplay him at this point in order to actually win. Because if I don't outplay him, this is going to be a serious problem. All right. Huh. It's going to be a serious problem here soon. I can see it now. Huh. How do I make another eye up here is the real question. Can I make another eye up here? Not sure. I don't think I actually can, unfortunately. Didn't make the mistakes that I thought he would actually make here. I can try to okay. don't think I can actually make two eyes down here. And that's going to be problematic. It's going to be very problematic because this might have some issues down here. I don't think it does, though. That's the wrong move. Oh, that's definitely the wrong move because you could have choked here. But despite this, I think I'm not winning because I gave him too... I did break down here, though, is the thing. But despite that, he made a serious mistake there. He shouldn't have done that. He did give me this territory down here. But I did give up a lot of territory up here. Yeah, there's a couple of mistakes in killing this here. Like, this stone was not important. There was no eye here. And squeezing here, there wasn't really anything. I think this group is significantly harder to kill than the other one. Mainly because I can play a ko here. I don't really know if I want to play a ko here, because if I play the ko here, but if I just take it, I might not be alive. Actually, I think this is fine. So I'm going to connect this. I'm pretty sure I'm okay here, because I think this is yeah, that's obviously an eye too. So I do actually have two eyes here. The stone advantage actually comes at this place because like I had to make territory down here in order to secure this group. I have to block on that side first, otherwise I'm not actually alive here. You can try to kill me, it's not going to work though. Forcing me up doesn't really do anything. And I'm basically alive here regardless, so it doesn't matter that much. Hey. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's do this. I think this is okay. This is fine. I might have screwed up here. I think I'm okay for the most part here, because I don't think he has a way to actually live here. I might have a problem fighting liberties, though. I'll have to check this later on. But I think I'm okay. Stick down. I mean, if you want a chance, you need to come up here. So I'm actually going to play this move to secure. This is already dead. And I'm going to hunt it down here. I don't know what else is that big here. I do not think I can kill that. I don't know. I might be able to. Let's give it a shot. Oh no, I can't kill this. Oh yeah, that's me messing up. I can't kill this because this is this thing here. Yeah, that's not good. I cannot kill this. But that's not the reason. Okay, I'm actually not afraid of fighting liberties with him here. Because even if he does that, I don't have to answer that. Um, I can just go up top, and I think he's dead now. Because if he takes, I can just take back. Actually, this would have been better. That would have definitely been better. Yeah, so definitely a lot of mistakes there at the end, and he could have killed that group over there. So let's actually go back and review this game. This is all fine. Regular like trading regular Josekis during a handicap game is perfectly fine. That's fine. I'm gonna use the standard. This is also okay. Usually you don't answer this. You just go here. Because if you go here, you know, whichever way I Atari, you can just counter Atari. If I cut here, you can always just extend. So it's not crucial that you actually answer this. I think like the corner secure is just a lot bigger. I'm going to secure that corner first, but there might have been something else here. If you're going to answer this, you would just come up, but I wouldn't actually answer this. I would just go ahead and do something like this and then secure the corner. The thing is, these two stones are a little bit light, and also there's not one or two moves I can do to kill these stones. I mean, the thing is, you can just sacrifice that stone. It's not worth all that much. Like, either of these two stones can be sacrificed, especially if it takes white several moves to actually kill it. So to me, I probably wouldn't respond to this. Come up here. It gets me this invasion here. This is okay. This, I don't know. I would probably just come up this way. There's not that many points here, and I can't just invade down. There's several problems with me just invading down. So, you know, like, you don't really even need to respond to that. I would definitely go to this side. The whole purpose of me playing this is waiting for a response for you here. And then once I got the Sente, then I can come over here. That was my entire plan for this. So if you just didn't respond, jump this way. This group is still kind of weak, so, you know, you might be able to get that anyways from me. gonna come over here. I kind of wanted to do this, and that's probably the right move to do, but I didn't want you to get the territory down here. I could have gone this way as well, but then you have a couple of problems with like attacking that group. So maybe that would be the better move. Not really sure. Come up, jump. I was kind of afraid of this wedge here. If I connected this way, I suppose that would be okay, but you're still like black is still cutting off this weak group and this weak group. This group's not that weak. As long as you get B3, you're basically alive. So I was a little bit afraid of this, and I feel like if you came out here, then this would definitely be an issue. I mean, you can get this, but this isn't great for white either, because I still have a cut here. And, you know, like if I do this, you're just going to ignore me and just come up this way to try to attack this. So, I mean, I can probably live down here, but, I mean, I've given up a lot here, and this group is still weak. So I don't really know. I'm not really sure if this is like a... I was really afraid of this wedge. And if I connected up this way, then, you know, like if I keep on extending, I'm always afraid of you cutting here. So there's there's actually a lot of problems with white here. So I was a little bit afraid of this wedge. I don't know if it's actually a good move or not, but I was definitely a little bit afraid of that wedge. Yeah, if you're in the 4 to 14 Q range, I play anyone within that range. If you're like 18, 19 Q, you should, I mean, like, I think you should actually read some books and get a little bit more playing experience. That's fine. I don't know if this would have been better, or maybe this would have been better. If you're 8.8, it's fine. I'll play 8 Qs. So here, I'm going to jump out here. So there is a little thing about this. If you actually cut, if you actually cut, you force me to do this, you can actually come this way. So you can actually get across by doing that. So like in this kind of shape, you just cut here first. I have to do this to kill you, and then you just come down here. I have to connect, and then you can connect. Because if I block here, you can come up this way and basically kill the entire bottom group. So I can't do that. And yes, I was aware of that when I played this, but I was just planning that I was just betting that he probably wouldn't see it. But you can actually disconnect this one stone. This I don't know. I think I would. I don't know. I think it's not too bad. But instead of doing that, I would pretty much immediately do this, because that kills a lot of eye shape. This kills a lot of eye shape here. I have to connect, and you would do this anyways. So you want to, if you're attacking me, you want to kill my eye shapes with Sente if you can. Even here, I would immediately do this, because you get the same result anyways. This I don't really understand I don't really understand why you would do this, first of all. I guess like you're destroying the eye shape, but it's Gote. So I'm going to go ahead and come out here first, and then I'm going to just secure this group. I have 2 weak groups. I want to secure at least one of them first. This does make this group really weak, though. And also here, you're kind of strong down here. This side is open, so you want to close off the open side. You don't really want to close off the closed side. I don't really have any eyes here, so I can try to make eyes here, but it would just formulate your bottom territory. So like using this advantage to stack your bottom territory and then invading down here would probably get you the win. So you definitely more want to like close off the open side. Here, like letting me come to the open side, it's much harder for you to actually close off. This was an over greedy move. I basically looked at the status of the game, and I was like, well, even if I get this group out, you already have this bottom territory. So the thing is, like, if you kill my bottom territory, I'm going to lose. So basically, like, this was a move. This is not a good move. But I basically did this move because I thought I was probably going to lose if I just ran this out. So that's why I did that. Like, usually if I'm not behind, if I feel like I have enough territory, I would definitely just run this out. But I didn't want you to like destroy the bottom territory. So I kind of had to juggle two things, and that almost lost me the game. Yeah, like this is 40.9 because now this is basically dead. Yeah, both of them are fine. Come up this way. $72. Now this is completely dead. That move was fine. Disconnect. Here, come here. That's fine. If you just play this, I think I'm dead. There's no way I can actually make two eyes here. I would try to do something down here, but it wouldn't really be good. This move isn't. It doesn't matter right now, but I generally would not make this move. What books? Just some beginner Go books. I personally don't have any. I actually don't have any books. I don't really read that many books myself because like I had a teacher, so I didn't have to read any books. But just some like it depends on your rank. Like there's books for each rank. Like if you're a very well beginner, like you definitely have to read like which common shapes are alive, which common shapes are dead, and basic concepts of Go. I wouldn't do this because this closes off a liberty. And remember, like if I come here, it doesn't like you can just retreat. It doesn't really it does not actually help me get an eye here. And as long as I don't have an eye here, you're going to be this group is still dead. Does S12 S11? S12. No, it does not. So you do this. S12 does not. You take this. I mean, you can just do this. This isn't actually an eye here. So no, it doesn't give me an eye. And even if you connect, there's really not a way I can make an eye. I can do this, but then if you Hane on both sides, it's not an eye. That would be a little bit of a problem, though, if I did that. But not really. I mean, yeah, that would definitely be a bit of a problem. So maybe this would actually get me an eye because it opens up this possibility. That would definitely be a problem. So yeah, I guess this would be an eye if you let me do this. But the thing is, like I said, if I do this first, you can just connect. When I do this, you do this. If I do this, and then, this isn't an eye. So no, that does not give you, that does not actually give you an eye. Because you don't need to, the reason it doesn't give you an eye, because you don't need to connect these two. If you don't connect these two, it's not an eye. So there's no eye down there. This sequence is just wrong. Like this sequence was wrong because there's no eye here. And since there's no eye here, I can't really make an eye. So you also did this wrong. Should have just done this. There's no eye here, so I would still be dead. It's like, you don't have to connect every Atari. You do not have to connect every Atari. So if you just kill my eye, this is a fake eye, and then you just secure the side, and I'm still dead. So, yeah. No, I'm not really aiming for 2 Dan. I use this account to play teaching games. I actually play a lot of games on Fox because it's so easy to find a game on Fox. And the thing is, when I'm streaming, I don't play as well as I usually do because I'm trying to explain things. But I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get to 2 Dan, but at the same time, I'm not really playing that many games. So you made all the right moves except for that right there and connecting this right here. That allows me to live, and that pulls the game pretty close. So now, since it's Gote for me, I think the biggest thing you can do is come down here. There's nothing I can do for this invasion. The thing you have to realize is like, the thing is like, you have to take into account how many points you have and how many points I have. And I think if you did that, you'd realize that if you just broke up my bottom territory in any way possible, you would actually have more. See, this move is not necessary because these 4 stones can't escape anyways. And trading this move for this move is definitely a big white advantage because white gets this territory down here. This is okay, I guess. I was thinking about fighting a Ko here, but I don't think this would be beneficial to me. I can either fight the Ko this way, but I would probably fight the Ko this way. But then if I lose the Ko, I basically completely lose the game. So yeah, I wasn't really keen on doing that. So I decided just to take the stone and then make some eyes here. Technically, what I should have done here is I should have just done this. Just solidify the bottom territory. There's pretty much you're not going to kill this. So I should have just solidified the bottom territory. I don't think I actually made a mistake here. I think I did this pretty well. This is pretty much dead. That move doesn't really make any sense. If you're going to try to get liberties with me, you would do this. But I don't think you have enough liberties here because I can just do that. And I'm pretty sure you're like 1 short. However, you can use this to solidify this territory in here. Not that. You can use this to solidify these few points in here. But you're giving up way too much down here. This move doesn't really make any sense at all. It doesn't really do anything. So I'm just going to play that there to solidify my shape. Get this retreat and then come here. Come out. Just going to take all the sentes. That's just how I close games. You have to do this. I'm going to do this. You can just live by doing this. It might be a misclick, but I do give undos. Like if you just want, like especially in teaching games, they're not ranked or anything, so I do give undos. So if you just play this, it's actually alive because I have to. If I have to do this, you can just follow through, and then this is alive. So that was the wrong move. Like you probably thought that by threatening this move, it would actually force me to connect here, but that's not true because I know like I have more liberties than you do if we actually fight on liberties. I still think you might be able to live here because that's 1 eye. And then you can probably, you might not be able to actually. I think, yeah, I can't actually kill you here. Maybe I can, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I can't actually kill you because there's no way, I don't think there's any way out for this. I can't actually kill you on this one. So there were ways up until this point. That you're just going to die because now my 2 groups are connected and you don't have any eyes. And then that's where the game ended. You take, I just take back. You have no eyes here. Yeah. So now this is just dead. So that's kind of that's where the mistakes were made in this game. Mistakes in killing this big group. Definitely mistakes in killing this huge group. And then mistakes here. And also like just kind of like this invasion here is no good and not realizing like which invasion actually worked down here. So yeah, you can, I don't know what your name on OGS is though. So if you're 8 point for, what's your account on OGS? Cause I need to know your account on OGS to actually play you in a game. Cause if you don't have if you don't have an account on OGS, I can't actually play you. One-on-one. So like I do all my teaching stuff on OGS. So let me know what your account is on OGS. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Otherwise, I can just start up a game and take the first taker. Let me check then. Okay, that's fine. Let me take a challenge. I'm going to have. I'm gonna have to put myself as white. My color is white, obviously. So I'm gonna send the challenge. It's not going to be ranked because there's no point in ranking these games. So I just send a challenge. You can accept. I'm going to pass 3 times for handicap 4. Maybe. So handicap 4. I think the biggest handicap I played is 8. Yeah. I do think the biggest handicap I've actually played is 8. If you're listening to the stream while you're playing this game, I would suggest you turn off the stream. I do give my thoughts about what I'm going to play next and like what like the opponents should actually do. So you can listen to my review after the game, but in terms of like actually listening to the stream while you're playing, I wouldn't listen to the stream while you're playing. Generally, black should play c15. This is not too bad. Like you can play b16, but you know it's really everyone's personal choice. Are you talking about on OGS? On OGS, I'm like probably like 1 or 2 Dan. I haven't really tried to rank up in a couple of weeks. On Fox, I'm like 5 or 6 Dan. So this time I'm just gonna do this. The thing is, like you do maintain your lead. You maintain your lead in a handicap game. If you take Joseki's, because they're even trades. And if White just keeps making even trades, White's just gonna lose. So White has to think of some devious plan to not take even trades. That's not an even trade. I don't really have to answer that. It looks like the side has a lot of territory, but if you actually count the number of points, it's actually not a lot of territory. That's that like thing. Like you think like if I connect this group, I'll have a huge amount of territory. That's actually not true. It's actually not a huge amount of territory. The corner is actually much bigger. Extending this way is important though, but the corner is actually much bigger than playing this. So are you like a 5 Dan on OGS? 5 Dans on OGS are pretty strong. I've beaten like 3 Dans, but I don't really play that many 4 and 5s. Like AGA wise, I'm like probably like around 3 or 4 Dan as well. But because I used to play AGA tournament like 25 years ago, and like I think I got to around like 4 Dan or something on AGA. But I haven't really. Okay, so this one I have to make sure that this is okay. I'm just gonna invade the corner. I mean, I review games a little bit more differently from other people that teach Go on OGS. I haven't really looked at too many of Ben Q's reviews, honestly. So I'm not really sure how I compare to him, but I don't really like. See, I don't play online tournaments because the incentive to cheat is just like way too high. You know, like with the AI these days, the incentive to cheat is just massive. This actually may not be all that successful for me because I gave him a giant wall, unfortunately. Yep, that's what I would have done. I would have probably forced on here. Even I probably would have forced here actually, because like there's this cut here. So I'm gonna play a move that I use. So I'm gonna play a move that I use. Actually, no. I'm just gonna take this corner. Screw that. I'm just gonna take this corner. It's actually much bigger. Okay, since he responded, I'm gonna play a move that I usually generally don't play, and just more of a testing response move. That is generally not a very good move. Overall, that's not a good move. And there's several reasons why, especially right now, there's several reasons why that's not a good move. A, because I think it's actually dead if you play right. That's not how you definitely have to attack it because like you're not really getting much territory. So I would have actually played I would have played C10 if I was black. Because this actually does stabilize this group. Plus it takes away a lot of the territory that you're building over here. Go was my knowledge. It was good because people in, that's not bad. I'm actually going to play here because if he forces here, I think I have to do Q18. Well, I don't have to, but I would. Just to stabilize the group. But yeah, the answer to this definitely was wrong. I like C10 is the way you would actually answer this particular invasion. You have this giant wall over here. You got to use this big wall over here. I actually don't have to answer that, but I think no, well, I guess I should. I don't like being forced in this way, but realistically, like this Moyo isn't that scary. I'm going to go ahead and invade here. I can shoulder hit here. That wouldn't be too bad. B15? Yeah, B15 is fine as well. Because I have to answer, right? Like, I definitely have to answer on B15. But the thing is, like, if you did B15, I could have done, like, I guess I can do B16, but then I guess, like, there's a lot of uses for this over here. I guess I'll connect. Yeah, I knew I should have just went ahead and shoulder hit here. Yeah, B15 is fine. I would have done B16, but then like if I do B16, he can come up top. So that's where the problem is. It is more for locality. So the thing here is like, since you actually played P13, you should go ahead and follow it with Q12. I mean Q13. You should go ahead and follow it with Q12. And realistically, the Moyo on this side is actually much more scary than the Moyo on this side. I already have a stone down there, let's not forget. So I'm actually going to shoulder hit here. That stone is very vulnerable. It has like 0 base. This stone is also really vulnerable, so I do believe the right play would actually be to come up with Q... Well, that's not the right play, but I mean, I would have done Q10. Now, what is the right play for me? That's the real question. This stone is kind of light. I'm going to jump. I should do something about this stone as well. I don't actually have to respond to that. This is probably not a good play. What do I do? Like, I could connect. I guess I can connect because there is this weakness here later. But connecting also has a big disadvantage. It makes my stones very heavy. And it does allow for attacks like that. Now you can see him like formulating this. But this has a weakness. I can peep here first. I can do G4 first and then slide into here. G4 is not one I really want to play. The thing is, like, if I do G4 and you basically come back and you let me get the bottom, it's not worth it for you. That you definitely wanted to block. You 100% wanted to block that because now I can just come back. And not only did I connect and get out of my weak group, I have a chance of threatening these 2 stones now. The thing is, in Go, you do have to play to your strengths. You have to recognize certain shapes. You have to play to your strengths. You have to recognize certain shapes. Like, that's not Sente. So, I haven't really tried making playlists because all my games are kind of streams. So he's spending a lot of the way I'm actually gaining a lot of this handicap back is like he's spending a lot of stones building a Moyo, but his Moyo's not getting him anything. Whereas like I spend my stones actually getting points, and I'm actually getting something from those points. I don't know. I don't really want to do this right now. I really shouldn't do that right now. I should actually do something about this. Just come out this way. I always can invade over here as well, and so this is very hard to stop. If I control him to just this many points, then, you know, like, it's not a success for him using all these stones. So it's really like, it's about the, like, his stone efficiency for making however many points here is pretty bad. It is good that it is actually pretty good that he does know these forcing moves, though. Like, this I don't see as very threatening. That's also not a good move, but, you know, like, when you're actually playing handicap, that's kind of the things you do. Actually, that was a horrible move. That was actually a pretty horrible move. I wasn't thinking there. But that's not really what you want to respond with. That makes my bottom a lot stronger, so you don't actually want to do that. And it doesn't really fix this. Oh, like, at the end, it doesn't fix this. See, there's no points here. I mean, that's a move to attack this group, but there's no actual points here. Like, there's like maybe 3 or 4, but there's not that many points. So, like, I think, like, if you're going to attack me, like, actually playing here would actually be better than playing here. Because there's not any way you can actually stop me. When I play here, like, if you play here, you're kind of forcing me down, right? I mean, I doubt you could kill this anyways. It might be possible. If you were a really strong player, it might actually be possible to kill that. But in this kind of situation, it's actually really hard to kill this. That's just not a good move. I mean, I don't have to answer that, first of all, but it actually does make me stronger. Yeah, so playing to your strengths is trying to rescue those. Like, trying to rescue those stones is just not the way to go here. First of all, if I spend a lot of moves trying to kill them, it's not worth very much. And you realize, like, the most important thing is, like, you realize black has spent a lot of stones in various places, but they don't convert to points. Jeez, I really want to do this, but I don't think it's actually good to do. Whatever. That's not good, actually. That's not a good that's not a good play. Yeah, it's not a good play. I messed up there. If I can get this, it wouldn't be too bad, though. That's not a good play. I mean, I'll mess up on playing here, too, because I'm also trying to explain things. If he does that, that could actually result in a lot of trouble. Yeah, there's that. If he wants to fight the code, that's fine. I don't think I'm really under any true threat, but it is kind of annoying, honestly. It is a little bit annoying. He's not that strong in here. He's actually not strong with this group here, so it's okay. So I don't actually think I'm in any real threat. I can just connect this, and I'm fine. There's, I mean, like, I think if I was playing against a really strong player, yeah, this group would probably be in danger. If I was playing against, like, a really strong player, this group would probably be in danger, but, I mean, right now it's not in danger at all. Like, I mean, that's not threatening to me, so I'm not going to answer that. I mean, like, taking it, getting advantage on lower ranked players is as much as like them just making moves that you don't have to answer to as like them actually making mistakes. Because like I'm giving you 4 stones in the beginning. Like if you actually make a move in the first 10, 15 moves that I don't have to answer to and I just go elsewhere, you lose 1 stone of advantage. Now it's like it's like a 3 stone game. So a lot of the advantage, realistically, actually comes from like you just making moves that I don't have to answer. It's hilarious when I actually play the climbing fox games because I like screw up so much. Like since I'm talking at the same, fox is a much faster play. See, that's not good because since you did that, you took away B16. You just gave me more points down there. I suppose you're trying to kill this. I can kind of understand that. But you did give away you just gave away B16. That's a big sacrifice because that's worth probably like 10 points down there. So now you have to make something of this. And this group is actually quite hard to kill. I'm being greedy by extending this, but I think I'm fine. I can just kill this down here as well, which is probably what I'm going to do if he actually doesn't repair this. Otherwise, like I might just jump in here. I might be extra greedy and just jump in here. Okay, he does that. I'm just going to kill this. This is like territory, but remember, I can still do this and come in a little bit. So he basically gets about 15 points here. I'm just going to stabilize this group. I mean, that's not really all that useful. I think this is total like 25 points, but really it's like 20, maybe, because like I can do this here still. I'm just going to go ahead and do this actually. And I'm going to see how he actually responds to this. That's the wrong response. You have to play C8. Because C8, I'm not going to come in. Like, if you play C8 and I come in and you play B8 and then you play B10, he needs R. Yeah, this is really, really big. This is very, very big. But realistically right now, he has no points in the middle. Because if I cut on both sides, he's still kind of dead. Actually, that's not true. But, no, that's not true at all. He's fine, actually. I can't actually cut on these. I can't actually cut on this side. This is too narrow. Let's see what he does. Here. Because I can force my way into this. Right? Like, and protecting these points up here is not worth giving up these points down here. Not worth at all. Yeah, see, like, this down here is way bigger than this up here. It might not look like it to you guys right now, but trust me, it is. It 100% is. So right now, the biggest moves are R18 and S2 for me. R18 because, just because, basically. R18 because it is just big, and S2 is like the corner points. I think those are the two biggest ones. I don't see anything bigger. So if he plays R18, I'm going to play S18, and then I'm going to play S2 here. Because I doubt he could kill this anyways, even if he had another move. Because like I can always just kill this. Yeah, so down here, I don't, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is like at least 15. I think this is like 15 points down here, and there's not 15 points he's protecting up here. C12. It can't, oh yeah, it can. It's true, because all my liberties are there. That's true, it can definitely create Aji. Actually, that's like really dangerous for me. I probably have to give those up. So technically here, I should just connect. But I'm going to just leave that there to see if he can see it. Actually, like, see, I'm just going to connect. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have connected. I could have snapped back. That one I could have actually snapped back. This actually might be dead, actually, but we'll see. That's actually a big problem for me. That actually might be dead. Depending on how he plays. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fix this. That actually might be dead. Because if he plays like A7, then I think I have to retreat. I think if he plays A7, I have to retreat. So this group might actually be in danger. So I'm just gonna fix that. That's fine, but the corner is way, way bigger. I mean, okay, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, obviously Q2, he missed the Q2 play. Look, the thing is with like so the thing is like I'm pretty sure I'm winning this game, but the thing is like it might not be actually. I don't exact. I think I am because this group is probably just way too big. But the thing about this game is like you have to you do have to understand like you're getting to the point where like in your like SDK range, yeah, R18 is the big. This is by far the biggest one here. This is by far the biggest play available. I mean, he has to block this obviously. He obviously has to block this, but then I'm gonna play Q18 myself. I can also do this because this is always going to be Sente for him. So I'm going to do this first. So in the end game, you have to try to keep your Sente and then get all these big points. Because that will get you a huge advantage over your opponent. If he doesn't play here, I have this and then this to come down and I can connect. So he can, I think like playing Q14 is actually decently big right now. S11 is also big. That's Sente, so I have to, yeah, I do have to respond to that. That's a lot of points in the corner. Don't want to give him the points. A lot of points. Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't want to give him the points in the corner. Okay, that's fine. Not gonna give him those points. See, like he did get points in here, but he gave up so much down here to get it, so it's not worth it for him. That's not worth it just because this group's already alive. Because remember, if I connect this, it's already alive. That's going to force him to take this, and then I'm going to play over here. Because if he doesn't take it, I'm playing the Ko here. That's actually pretty dangerous, actually, now that I think about it. That is pretty dangerous now that I think about it for me to do that. Because if he takes this, I do have to connect, just to ensure this eye down here. That's a really bad move. I can extend up. He can't connect because I can just take these. Yeah, but if he takes this, The thing is, like, if he takes this, though, I should connect this, because that's one eye. It doesn't matter what he does here. If he does this, I can just connect this. So, you know, it's fine for me. But if he actually does take this, I do have to connect it just to be safe. Because I really don't want to fight the Ko for the entire group. It's kind of bad. That would be really bad. Great way to throw a game, too, that you're already kind of winning. Yesterday, I almost lost a game on Fox because someone attar'd me for a large group, and I and I forgot to connect. Technically, I don't have to do that. I can play for this. I'm just gonna go take it anyways. I don't really want to steer with this. In 11. This one? Yeah, there are definitely some points there. I'm going to go ahead and connect this, though. N11 is that Sente? I mean, you could come here if you, yeah. Black does need assurance, but he can also connect this to be alive. Yep, can't kill him now. I can kill that, but I'm pretty sure this is bigger. These Hanes are always pretty big. Double-sided Hanes. I mean, it's a teaching game, so it is fun to have other people comment in. But generally, both of us kind of like see the same things. Because both of us kind of see the same things. Like, this is obviously, you know, like... He's not watching, because he's actually not watching the stream right now, because I told him to kind of turn it off. And then like watch the review. But realistically, like the two of us kind of like see the same thing, more or less. Because we're going to also, like, you can throw in here. He should have thrown in here. That I actually don't need to answer right now, because if he does that, I can just connect. And he can't actually kill me there. I don't know if this is Sente or not. I should calculate these things out to be more precise. I think it might be. I think it is, actually. I do think it is. No, it's not. I miscalculated by one, I think. You know what? I'm just going to see if this is. I think I'm C6. Yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure if there's something here, because this is a really tight, really tight, yeah, it is, because I can just dump here. Yeah, he did play that right. He had to give this up. Got to be careful on these things. You don't have to answer here. Very good. Just gonna take the Sente. For this? No, I didn't need to, but it's 4 points. I don't know how many more big... you're right, I didn't need to, but it's 4 points, and I don't really know if there's that much bigger. So... E5, could have taken one of the E5. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's right. That is true. I could have taken one of the groups. R7. Nope. It does not work right now. Yeah, I mean, also like, but I mean, even in a real game, at this point, I probably wouldn't care too much because like, I'm pretty sure I'm fairly decent. I'm actually decently ahead, even in a real game right now. So I probably wouldn't care all that much. Because like right now, how you count this is kind of like this plus this over here is equal to roughly this plus this. This is roughly equal to this, and the group down here should be bigger than whatever's in here. So that's how it actually count this. Oh no, this is a lot bigger. This is also the only way I can like lose this game. If I screw up somehow and I let this group die. But I don't think that's actually possible right now. What? I'm either missing something here, but I don't think I am. That's not a ko, I believe. You know what? I'm just going to take it. If it's a ko, then I lose. Because I can connect up here. There's actually a couple points here. There's a couple points here. I think this corner is the biggest thing, most likely. Or T10. Yeah, one of those, because that's true. Yeah, T10 could be it too. There's also this, I guess. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this. That was also pretty big. Come to think of it. Whatever. I will not go there. I'm just going to take this back. You know what? I'm just going to start connecting these because I don't want this code thing to take forever. This is not the right sequence, but I don't want the codes to take forever, so I'm just going to start connecting these. There's no points there. This is already all alive. This, I think. So the thing is, like, he's losing probably, like, even at this stage of the end game, he's probably losing 3 or 4 points. Even at this stage of the end game. Yeah. And then you would play here. It doesn't kill him or anything, but it kills this point in here, and you can secure this later. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and secure it. Well, depends what he does. Doesn't actually matter. I gotta look for more points before I do that. Sorry. Connect, Atari again. That's pretty much game over. There is still a point here. I don't really want to fight over it, though. If he really wants to fight over it, I'll just give it to him. It's just half a point. It's like 1 point. I think that's the only one left as well. I think I'm just going to fill in the dames. I'm also kind of hungry, so I need dinner. Is there anything here? I don't think so, right? Nah, there's nothing there. The better move is to play here and play this ko, but I don't really want to do that. The better move is actually to play here and play this ko. There is a point here. It's fought over a ko, but it is a point. So remember that. Remember that, like, in a close game. So, like I said, I'm not going to actually do that. I'm just going to do this. But the Hane is the better move. Yeah. I think where I pulled ahead was like when he gave me this bottom, more or less. That was fun. So I spot him for, it's handicap 4. So he actually gets roughly 40 points advantage, even with the 6.5 Comey, because that's kind of like, I just passed 4 times, so there's always going to be that Comey thing, which is kind of weird. So that's fine. So the regular Joseki people do is actually this. Like, like I said, I actually like Colossus' teaching, so I do actually agree with you. I do actually agree with him that like generally like lower ranked players maybe shouldn't play this Joseki, but regardless if you play the Joseki or not, you have to learn it because like other people will play it. Like you have to learn the Josekis to know how like other people play. So this is generally the Joseki, and then you just go over here. And this works for both even play and handicap play. So you got to learn the Josekis because other people will play them. That's especially true once you move up the ranks. This is okay though. It only gives a slight advantage to me. So so here you just follow this. You know, that's fine. I know that this may look big connecting these two groups, but it's really not that big. The corner's a lot bigger. Do this again. I mean, this is okay. It's not bad. It's not horrible, but it does give me white a couple of points of advantage. So yes, the clamp here would be the best move. I have a weak group here now. I mean, I would probably try to attack your stone, but this stone is actually pretty hard to attack. I was definitely just going for the corner invasion. That is the correct move. This is not a good move. My next... well, I'm going to do this first. I don't think you needed to answer this. It's not small, but it's not crucial right now. So yeah, I can come out this way. This is not a good situation to be in for black, so I can come out actually that way. I do this. This is not a good move. I think I would have done this. I think I guess the priority move is to do that, because this is just way too much length between here and here. So like, the priority move is to do that. Like, yes, I can live in here. Like, I can actually live in here, but I kind of just gave up like this over here by doing that. I mean, you don't have to do that. I think you can just do some. I think, actually, can I just, I guess I can do that, but, let's see if I don't play. Is this dead? I guess this is alive. Yeah, this is actually alive, regardless, I guess. But you can just go, you can just do this and get some points on the outside, I guess. Like I said, I would rather play here because this is just much easier. Like, this is just a much easier thing for me to see. You know, the thing is, there's like white doesn't get too much down here out of this. Like, you still have this move later on. So white doesn't really get much out of it. So you kind of have to be more aggressive. You could also just try to do that. I guess that wouldn't work here. So yeah, like, I think this is fine. White's in a pretty tough position here. I mean, I think eventually you can live, but you've given up so much on the outside. And since you've given up so much on the outside, I'm just going to take this. Right? So not advantageous for white at all. So you have to be like, with this move, I'm just overextending way too much. With this move, I'm overextending way too much, and you have to punish. Just doing this and letting me go up there, that's getting me too many points here without any trouble. This is just more, this move is for securing this group. This I shouldn't answer. I was like, I said during the game I probably shouldn't answer that, or like I don't have to answer that. I should have flattened this thing out over here. This move I wouldn't have thought of myself. I would have probably shoulder hit myself, because to me, like, just randomly doing this is kind of weird. But I would have probably shoulder hit myself. Oh, didn't know that would be Haned. I guess I just invaded over there. Yep, as I said, this was probably the right move, but I didn't want him to cut off the stone, so I just connected. This is very big, but the thing is, since Black did this, I feel like he should probably just do this, come over this way, because that kind of completes it. Here, I believe this is the way to go. You're too strong. You're too strong over here. You have too much influence over here to actually just play passively. You got to be a little bit less passive once you have strength over here or influence over there, because otherwise you're not making use of your influence. And if you don't make use of your influence, the influence is wasted. Yeah, the Hane is the best move for a while now. Go here. I'm going to come here. This I think you almost have to block. And just go here, because you still want me to be cut off, right? Like, I can't... I mean, you still want to attack my group. You still want to attack my group. My group does not have two eyes. So letting me actually connect backwards is just letting me off too easily. I've kind of destroyed a little bit of your Moyo out here. You get a couple points on the bottom, but these two stones are also kind of weak. This is different because you would want to just go ahead and attack the stone. Because if I come out here, you can just come over top. And you can still seal me in. Sacrificing this one stone is not a big deal. So this second move was unnecessary because I don't have to answer it. So I'm going to jump, do that, jump more. I'm trying to jump into this territory here. Cap, come over, that. Over here, this is definitely weak because you still have this, but it's still connected. Here, I'm going to do this because this actually forms a good shape. I feel like this is pretty important. I think you should probably head me off there. You definitely don't want to do this, though, because this makes me stronger, and it doesn't really do anything for your shape. I don't think this was definitely not a great move. This is the better move here. Not sacrifice the stone, so just do that. This is a bad move for me. This would be the right move. Because you're trying to deny me eye space. This is actually a really bad move because now you're basically depriving yourself of the corner territory by doing this move. Do that. I'm going to take this stone just to make sure I'm alive. So the thing is, when you do this, I have to connect. Since that liberty is taken, where did I go? I went here. If you go here and you cut this, and it doesn't actually even matter which way you cut. You can cut either this way or this way. Actually, you would definitely want to cut this way. I have to connect, and that means like you just get these stones. So that is the Aji in there. We were discussing it I was actually discussing it on the chat. But I kind of left it I kind of left it there for a long time just to see if you would actually pick it up. But since you did that, I'm just going to connect. I think I probably could have done this too, because now this doesn't really... Oh, yes. Yeah, now this doesn't really work because I can just take the stone. So I could have actually snapped back as well, but I decided to just connect. Yeah, I left this there I left this here for several moves to see if you could actually see it. But the other thing is here. You definitely want to connect this. It's fine. It's okay for me to take some of this territory. As long as you're alive, it's actually okay for me to take some of this territory. As long as you can make sure you're actually alive in here. I guess... because there's just too much territory down here for me to take. Because what you did is you let me have this territory. So this is all mine. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is like 15 points you let me have here. And this all this you protected is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You traded basically like 6 or 7 points for 15. So that's why this is a really bad trade. Of course, you didn't see that one over there. I think this also might have actually... I definitely might have had some trouble because if you played here... I guess this is alive. Because this is always Sente, I guess this is always alive. I was a little bit afraid, so that's why I took another stone to get this. That you didn't need to do because I can't really do anything here. I can just go here and then come up. This is very, very big. This is also pretty big. I don't really know why you did this. Like, this is just a much better move. So I'm here, that's fine. Taking some Sentes. Yeah, this was the biggest move around for a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that. So right now, the biggest moves are here. Well, I mean, right now it's just really that right now. It's here. Because if I take it here, I can always come down over here. The Hane is pretty decently big. That's about it. So that's by far the biggest move right now. This is fine because that's Sente. This is very big because it secures in like 4 or 5 points. And plus, like, I can double Atari right now. So I'm going to take this. You're going to connect. I just went ahead and did the... I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. You should definitely just do this. I take, and you still get these points here. Remember, like, you don't need to connect. You don't really need to save every stone. This is a really, really bad move to make, because if I extend up, I destroy all your points in here, and it's Gote for you. And it's actually Gote for you. So I could actually have just left this alone and not done anything here, but obviously I want to do some of this stuff and just take this stone. It's fine. I take this Hane. So here, yeah, this is fine actually. Yeah, I was talking about this throw-in. If you actually do this later, I can't connect. Because obviously if I connect, you can go here. So that's why you should have thrown in. Oh yeah, there's that. I forgot. This is, you can kill this group. That's right. But now there's definitely this. Yeah, I could have done this. Someone actually, and then you're kind of screwed here. So I could have taken that. So unfortunately I connected. That's Atari, that, come here. And the rest of this is just finishing up. You did make a mistake here with these 3, but that's about it. So that's the review for this game. So this was actually like, you can actually go back and look at the comments on what Jeffrey St. James has said. It was kind of like a combined review game for the second game. So we were pointing out things that were big and small as the game was going on. So you can actually like watch the stream and look at like what he was saying here too, because he made some good points. Most of the time we kind of said the exact same thing. But there are a couple of places where we differed a little bit. So that's this game. That's all I have time for today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. And I will be back tomorrow. Maybe on Monday, maybe tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.